Dan Larson here, and I'm at the photo booth to resolve the issue of the 6-inch scale Darth Vader action figures. Coming up, we do have, here soon, the 40th anniversary Hasbro Black Series Darth Vader, one of these two, is going to be released with the stand, 40th anniversary stand. It's a pack-in with that particular stand. And from the pictures, it looks like it'll be the same body, but potentially with this the head that came with the Walgreens exclusive Emperor's Wrath Darth Vader. I have insisted that the Mafex Darth Vader is the better figure for articulation, posability, details, and certainly for helmet head sculpt, whatever you want to call it. But I have been assured by the collecting community that the best head out there is the Emperor's Wrath Darth Vader. I do not consider it my job to complete the action figures. Hasbro and I have this agreement worked out. They make the action figures, I give them money, I buy them. I don't have to finish their job. They don't give me a discount for finishing the figures. But in this case, because I think the original Black Series is such an absolute train wreck, I would like to go ahead and, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and repaint the Emperor's Wrath Vader helmet. And, we'll see what it looks like. And I may actually do a couple other modifications to this to see if I can get it as far away from this and as close to this as possible. And then at some point we'll stack it up against the one that comes with the 40th anniversary set. And actually, there's a Rogue One, a Mafex Rogue One Vader coming out as well, which is going to improve on this. So who knows? We got a pretty big Darth Vader head-to-head, helmet-to-helmet coming up here soon. I've got my paintbrushes. Here's my resume, my customizing resume. It's nothing. I don't have a customizing resume. I've never painted anything before like this. So this is going to be a new thing for me. I've consulted with a few of my friends that are custom painters who've done a little bit more with action figures. I've watched several videos on YouTube. I follow lots of customizers on Instagram. So I think I've absorbed all the knowledge I can at this point. It's time to just jump in and see what I can do. And this should be a pretty easy project. I got here. I picked up some Tamiya flat black to go on the face parts. I've got some Tamiya gloss black to go on his dome and the headdress pieces to really shine that out. It might, who knows, I might end up using some of it on the face too. And then I've got the Tamiya silver to go on the metallic parts on his helmet. It's just those two screws on the front and his little nose. And then just in case it all goes terribly wrong, I've got a Darth Vader lightsaber to just end it all. Anyway, let's see how it goes. So first off, what I did was I just popped the head off. It came off pretty easily. And the hood piece, this piece, was glued to this peg on top of the mask piece. I just pulled it apart. I didn't have to heat it up or anything. It just snapped right off. And then I knew I wanted to use the flat black over here, gloss black over here, and I didn't want to be trying to paint inside the hood with the gloss, trying not to get it on the mask. It just made sense to take it apart. And then I gave it a pretty good scrubbing with some dish soap and dried it off real well. And then I just started painting a little bit of the paint, wet brush, and this is just one coat of each here. And as you can see with the flat black on the mask here, it almost looks good enough to use already. There's a couple spots where you can still sort of see some translucence. I'm sure it would be really see-through if I held it up to the light right now. The hood still needs some more layers there. I really want that to be black, dark black. I don't want to be able to see through any of that at all. And once it's on the mask, again, no light's going to be getting into that. But I really want to make sure it's black, so I'm going to hit it with another coat. Let's see how it goes. All right, so after a few coats here, I think this is just 2 coats. I think we're 2 coats on the flat black, and I think we're 4 coats, maybe 5 coats. I think it was 4 coats, and then I have absolutely, utterly no patience, so I think I touched the gloss black here, the hood, too soon, and it ended up with some pretty awful thumbprint right on the side of the helmet. It looks like it's gone now, and this is after these have been sitting for probably just about 12 hours now, untouched since the last time I touched it. And I think they've probably cured pretty well at this point. I'm really liking the way they look. That flat black looks great. The gloss black looks great. There's some imperfections here in the helmet, but I think those are all part of the sculpt. Can you see thumbprint there? Maybe. But I don't care about that. All of my figures have some kind of imperfection, so I'm not really worried about any little things. There's definitely, I think there's a paintbrush hair or two in here, but again, that's not really going to bug me. You're not even going to ever notice it. And you know, I haven't even looked at the actual helmets that are on the manufactured figures to see if they have any flaws, because it really doesn't bother me. So I'm going to... I'm just not sure if I need to seal it or not, if I should put some clear coat sealer. Some of the customizers I talked to said you should, some of them said they don't, but I really, like, it'd be one thing if there was a fingerprint up here. I really don't want any, you know, fingerprints here. But, well, next up is I've got my silver paint. I need to hit some silver on his little, I don't know, his little tongs, I don't know what you call them here, and his spot on his nose. And then I want to put some of the gloss black on the lenses as well. And then put it together, throw it back on his torso, and see what happens. So after applying, the only thing I did here was added the silver, just to those two little knobbies on the front of his mask, and then the little dot of silver there on his nose as well. Oh, and I'm sorry, and the gloss to the eye lenses. I don't know that really shows up so great. I mean, I'm glad I did it. But it was I'm using a semi-gloss black on the helmet. It's not like high gloss or anything. I may, like I said, I may go back in and use a gloss sealer. I'm not sure yet. I've touched this a few times now. It doesn't really seem to be picking up fingerprints, and it's not tacky. That was my number one concern. That's the one thing that's really kept me away from trying to paint things in the past. Is not wanting things to end up tacky or peeling or flaking or anything like that. It's possible that, you know, long time ago I tried to do some custom paint stuff and I was probably using the wrong kind of paint, so that might have been a deterrent for me. So this is, I'm satisfied with this. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on the body and see how it looks. So here's the three that we started with. Regular Black Series on the left, with the sad hound dog eyes, and the slightly red tinted lenses. In the middle is the Walgreens repaint, on the right is the MacLeod Darth Vader. There's no question that the repainted Walgreens is absolutely positively a better presentation than this piece of plastic. And it's disappointing. I mean, this figure's been out for what, 3 years now, and just now I'm repainting it to see that it actually was the better head. I don't know why they didn't do a re-release sooner. It's obviously the engineering issues were revolved around trying to make this a removable two-piece helmet. I assume, but you know, when you look at the pictures of Darth Vader, his helmet is gigantic on his head, and even though David Prowse was a pretty big guy, that whole suit just overwhelms him. Like, his shoulder pads don't sit flush on his body. It makes him look like a little guy. It's the cape, it's the big helmet that really, and his height, that make him look like a big dude. And the size of this versus the size of this is much more accurate. In fact, I think the size compared to this is actually much more accurate, but I still think as an overall presentation, as they currently sit, that the MacLeod is still the stronger piece. Partially because just the cloth goods, the way they hang, the way they look, just don't look natural. And I still like this. I do like the real chain versus the sculpted chain, but this is still too much chain, and I really don't like the way the cape is attached to the shoulder pads stitched on like that. So I will probably take a look around the YouTubes and the Instagrams and see how people have modified the cape. I know that, like, this one I've got it, just tucked into the collar there, and even that simple fix I think is better than having it stitched to the shoulder pads like that. So I'll probably at least do that tuck in. And then I've seen, like I mentioned earlier, I've seen some places where guys have, where customizers have glued this, folded it in, given it a bit of a head, just made it look, hang a bit more naturally. So we'll see. Who knows? I don't know. This kind of stuff takes a lot of effort for me to get rolling on it. So I may actually never ever do anything with this. And in fact, I may just take this head and put it on this body since I already tucked the cape in. I don't know. This is just so ragged looking. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to do some more customizing kind of stuff in the future. This was a pretty basic, pretty simple thing. Just black and silver paint. Pretty fast job. So I don't know. Maybe it gives me some confidence to work up to a bigger thing here in the future. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've taken the step of repainting this Darth Vader, or if you're just waiting for the one that's coming out with the stand for the 40th anniversary release. Excuse me. All right, thanks. Later.